Alright guys, so I purchased a Les Paul standard double cutaway or DC. It was, I think it's a 98 model, and those came with 24 frets, which is pretty rare for Les Paul. And that's why I bought it actually, because I like to play a lot of lead, and I go up to that 24th fret often. So anyways, this is my review of that guitar and what I think about it. There's some good, there's some bad. So I'll cut to the video. It shows me getting started with it. I have some explanation of what I'm doing in the video, and I'll reiterate those at the end of this video and give you my summary. Alright, so today we're going to look at this beauty of a guitar. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Please ignore that horrific strap that I've got on it. It's just a throw-on strap because I normally have this thing in its case and I don't put the strap in there. The case is really tight. But it's gorgeous. It's got a nice finish here, this quilted maple top. I like the two knobs, one for tone, one for volume. I actually think that's amazing. It's got a 3-way toggle switch rather than 5. 2 humbuckers. It's a 24 fret neck, 24 3/4 scale. It is a Les Paul standard double cutaway, made by Gibson, of course. The back are Grover tuners. Let's see if we can see this. You might have to just take my word for it, but I'm telling you, they're Grover tuners. And its chambered body makes it weigh about 6 to 7 pounds. Very pretty. Mine came in this genuine Gibson case that has the cover. It's got snaps all around. So there's one here, 2, 3, 4, and the very rear back here, 5. Gibson USA. Has a nice little compartment there. It also has the lock on there, which I've lost the key. I didn't lose it actually, I bought it lost. And the locking mechanism on this one is broke. Otherwise the case works really well. It's a nice handle on it. Ta-da! Alright. So one of the big complaints I have with it is that it's hard to get to the 24th fret. I know it's a 24 fret guitar, which is cool, but it's hard to get to the 24th fret. For example, just gonna play a little bit of lead here in E. Now try to go to the top. My hand, it cuts me right there. So just trying to slide in. So look at where I'm at. I'm actually at the 12, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21. It slides me right to, with my pinky, the 22nd fret. If it's my ring finger, which a lot of people use, it stops me pretty much right at the 20th fret. Even if I'm angled out a little bit, I might get to the 22nd. But definitely not easily reachable to the 24th. This requires a lot of reach through. I mean, it's so non-comfortable feeling. So that's one of the things that I don't like about it. The chambered body about it is the lighter feel is great as far as the weight goes. So it does feel really, really nice and light. But I kind of feel like it's missing a little bit of tone because of that. So I don't know, and maybe it's not. I feel like it's missing tone. It's got a 24 3/4 scale length, so the strings are really, really, really good to bend. And this is a custom nut, by the way. This is an Irvana nut that I had custom made. Let's see if you can see it there. Yeah. See how it's got those weird slots, custom slots that are a little bit... Anyways. Not that one. The thing I don't like about it is that, I don't know if you heard that G chord that I just played a second ago, which G tends to be the test chord for me to see if it's going to stay in tune well. And it doesn't. Like, I have to retune it up after like really every song, honestly. If I was playing it in a gig, which I have, I used it as the drop since it's got a hardtail. I used it as the drop D tuned instrument, and um, it was good for like that song or the second one, and then I had to retune it. But here's a G. This is always my test chord. Not bad. Okay. Now I'm going to just, and these strings, by the way, are stretched. They are well wound. I don't know if you can see it. Let's give you just a little bit of a look here. They're well wound, believe me. I've set it on it myself, and I've had it set up professionally, but I'm just going to wank away a little bit on some bends. Again. Now I'm going to play a G again. Here. It doesn't take long. I'll just do some low end bends too. G. So it doesn't take long to get this thing to go out of tune, unfortunately. It doesn't matter. I've rewrapped the strings. I've changed strings. It's got premium Grover tuners on it. It's just one of the hang-ups for Les Paul. For me, honestly, if you're doing a whole lot of string bends like that, it seems to be like this is not going to be the best. I think lock-in tuners are better. I think this thing the tone on this is amazing. I love the tone in this guitar for sure. But I'm not really a rhythm player. I mainly play a lot of leads and fills, and if that's the case, and then I'm the only guitarist usually in my band, I'm going back to the rhythm, and the chords are out. You know, the open chord. I might get something cool, like something. That's flat already. So tone is really good. I gotta admit, I love the tone. I'll show you guys what I'm playing through also to get this tone, but it just isn't dependable as a single guitar with a lot of leads and bends to it. If I was playing riffy rock and not a ton of bends, it would probably be fine. That's not my style, so I don't think it's the greatest guitar for me. Great for others out there. It's really comfortable to play. For my hands positioning and playability, it's good, except for reaching the 24th fret. Scale doesn't feel too big. I love 24 and 3/4, and the neck heel feels very comfortable to the hand, and fretboard's not too hard to navigate. Get some good squawks out of it too, I've noticed. Alright, and just for reference of what I was playing through to get my tone, I've got a Fender Vintage Modified Deluxe amp. Okay, it's a 40 watt amp, it's tube. And all I run through is a noise gate followed by my Bad Horse and through an MXR compressor and then the tube screener. And the tube screener's always on. I like it on even when I'm in, of course I turn it off when I get into my clean tones, but I love the sound that does. It pushes those tones right over the top. I've got a distortion pedal rolling through the chain too, but I hardly ever turn it on, not whenever I'm just playing through this. And I use this Line 6 G10, so it's easy to grab that dongle and throw it into one of my guitars, which keep a several, and there's a few that are packed up too. But that's what I was playing through to get that tone that you heard earlier, just for reference. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it's not a lot of detail in there, but in a nutshell, I enjoy the lightness of the guitar. I think it's gorgeous and well crafted. I like the fact that it has 24 frets, although they're not very accessible. It just has the standard Les Pauls have trouble staying in tune. It's just as bad as all the rest. It's not horrific, but if you're a rhythm player, it's probably going to work for you. If you're a lead player and you're bending a lot, and I do bend a ton, constantly bending, it's going to go out of tune. You're going to have to tune it often. And that pisses me off too much to that. I don't pick it up as often as I pick up my Paul Reed Smith. So I think that as far as for a dominantly lead player like myself, lots of bends all the time, it's going to be not for me, especially at that price point. I'm not comfortable keeping a $1,500 guitar sitting around just because it's pretty and it's a Les Paul. So I think that it's for some people, but not particularly for me. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe. See you later.